Yeah.
You know we wrote it. Brother and shit. Fuck the
Check it out now. Fuck a beat. I was trying to beat a case. Man, that song garbage as shit. I ain't even gonna lie to y'all, man. Now, I gotta let y'all know, man, Tay-K the Race, I don't fuck with that song. Okay, I don't like it sonically, but I'm gonna tell you, I still do like it. But I like it because of the message. If you read the lyrics, I like it, okay? When you hear the intro lines, fuck a beat, I was trying to beat a case, and of course, hearing his story, and I mean, the rest of the song, you match it up to his story and that he's really spitting facts, you kind of like the lyrics. I just don't think it sounds good. Like, I just want to play it on my fucking iPod or my fucking phone or in my car, okay? Now, maybe that'll change, and of course, I've heard he's had a lot of other songs. I probably like those, but I don't know. Now, here's the thing. I haven't covered this individual, and really why I haven't covered this individual is because, you see, man, I don't think his story would end like how XXXTentacion's story did, okay? Not every crime you commit you get locked up for. You drop a song and the song blows up while you're in jail and you come back out and you have a great fan base and you drop an album and you're just great. No, nigga. No, motherfucker. What usually happens, especially when you're charged with the stuff that Tay-K's charged with, if you don't know, he's charged with a ton of shit, including weapon charges and murder. That's coonish behavior. I don't play around with that type of shit. Okay? Now, there's a lot of ignorant people who love Tay-K's music, and maybe they don't even like the song. If you like the song, I'm not talking to you. I'm talking to people who like the fact that he's charged with murder. That is nothing cool. I could only root for somebody if he's actually innocent. Now, here's the thing, because Tay-K's music is blowing up and people are liking it, okay? And even if they're not liking it for the right reasons and they're just liking it for the story, the song is surged to, I think, about 70 on the Billboard charts. The last I checked, it's going up. It might be a top 40 song soon. A top 40 song means it's fucking mainstream. Now, that's all cool and well. Okay, everybody could have their own opinion about the song, and again, salute to him if he's doing his thing musically, but a lot of people are concerned about his case. Is he about to get out of jail and be able to perform the song and have a great career like X did? And of course, X was never charged with murder, right? But he was still charged with some serious shit. Now, we did get some recent developments, okay? He went to court yesterday, and again, he's 17. I got to put this in perspective while we were talking about him and also judging him. Listen, shoot. Maybe he was young and dumb and just influenced by the shit around him when he did or allegedly did what he did. However, a judge ruled yesterday that Tay-K will be tried as an adult. Okay, it's a Texas judge. They say, yo, we charging this motherfucker like he's a man, all right? Now, his lawyer put out a statement, and I got to preface you, because I know a lot of people going to hear the statement and be like, it's lit. He's about to be out next week. He's about to be out for fucking Labor Day. No, motherfucker. Okay? His lawyer is paid to make it seem like everything is all hunky-dory. It doesn't mean it is. Now, this is what his lawyer says. And by the way, he might be in trouble or he might need to talk to me to get a proper attorney, because if his attorney is fucking making spelling mistakes and grammar mistakes, not a good look. Now, let me read this statement by the lawyer. Lawyer says, we concluded the certification transfer hearing for Mr. McIntyre. The judges ruled that his case should be moved to the adult court based on his age and the fact that juvenile court will lack jurisdiction soon. The judge was very clear in telling Mr. McIntyre on the record that his decision has no bearing whatsoever of his guilt or innocence in this case, okay? After a full day of hearing, with numerous officers testifying under oath, officers testified that there was no evidence that Mr. McIntyre engaged in any of the violent acts or possessed any of the weapons. Mr. McIntyre remains upbeat after this hearing. I believe once all of the evidence is presented, Mr. McIntyre will be exonerated on all charges. We look forward to moving ahead. Now, this might be true, and if it's true, he'll never get to real trial, okay? He'll go through these pretrial hearings, and motions will be granted that his charges be dismissed because there's not enough evidence. If it goes to trial, it means there's adequate evidence that a fucking jury could think over, okay? Now, I know y'all reading that statement, or I just read it to y'all, and y'all probably say, oh, man, he's about to get off. Let's really calm down, okay? I don't want to be the fucking person who's trying to dampen the mood, but you have to realize this is a defense attorney who's speaking these things. It's not the prosecutor. And usually when people get charged with capital murder, they got a case. Again, I'm hoping he ain't do none of these things. I'm really hoping he's innocent. But if he's actually accused, or fuck it, accusation, if he actually did these things, man, I can't really root for a nigga to get out if he really murders somebody. I'm sorry to say. Okay, now his story is very interesting. I think, and by the way, I'm trying to get in contact with his manager. I want to speak to him. But I can't say I'm really rooting for him in terms of free Tay-K. I can't never say that when there's a serious charge like that over his head. Okay, hopefully he's innocent. If he's innocent, we will see, but it'll take time. Okay, I know you guys are enjoying the race, but you guys got to calm down. He might not be coming home as soon as you think. Might not be in a week. Might not be in a fucking month. Might not be even in a year. Because sometimes murder charges take years to be really resolved. After all these motions and what we going to use to add into the court case or not, it's a lot going on. Okay, so you guys get in the comment box. What do you guys think about this? If you guys want me to keep up on the story, please run up them likes, okay? Y'all going to be the determining factor. I never really do this, but again, I'm not that fond of the song. So if you guys really want me to stay on the story, really get court details, and really hit up the lawyers and all that, I need you guys to show me. Okay, if y'all get to 10K likes on this shit, man, I'll probably fuck around and continue covering Tay-K. But in my opinion, it doesn't look too good for him, even though the lawyer statement says otherwise. All right, get in the comment box with Akademiks. Come on.